The three African nations at the center of a spat over the controversial dam have resumed talks now.
The world is about to witness one of the most ambitious energy projects ever conceived. A $70 billion hydropower mega dam, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, promises to revolutionize Africa's energy landscape and could power half of the continent. But what does this mean for Africa, the world, and its delicate geopolitical balance? As we stand on the brink of a new era in energy, this project has the potential to change everything: supply, demand, and even international relations. But will it succeed, or will the challenges prove too great? Let's explore how this colossal dam came into existence, the forces shaping its future, and the seismic shift it could create in global energy. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD, is not just another hydropower project. It's a symbol of hope, ambition, and transformation. Located on the Blue Nile in Ethiopia, the dam is designed to generate up to 6,450 megawatts of electricity, making it the largest hydropower plant in Africa and one of the largest in the world. But while it promises to be a game changer for energy access, it has also sparked one of the most intense geopolitical debates in modern history, especially concerning Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt. The idea behind GERD is simple. Ethiopia, which has one of the world's fastest growing populations, is facing an energy crisis. It has one of the lowest electricity access rates in the world, with over 60% of the population still living without power. The dam's primary goal is to address this issue, providing power not just to Ethiopia but to surrounding nations as well. With this unprecedented amount of energy, Ethiopia could potentially export electricity to neighboring countries, creating new economic partnerships and helping to fuel Africa's industrialization. But the road to this ambitious dream hasn't been easy. Construction on the dam began in 2011, but it has faced significant challenges: financial, political, and environmental. Despite these hurdles, Ethiopia's determination to complete the project has remained unshaken. The dam is seen as a national pride project, symbolizing Ethiopia's rise as a major power in Africa. However, GERD has sparked a diplomatic and geopolitical firestorm. The two downstream countries, Egypt and Sudan, have raised serious concerns. Egypt, which depends on the Nile for around 90% of its freshwater, fears that the dam will reduce the flow of water downstream, threatening its water security and agricultural production. Sudan shares similar concerns, but it is also worried about the dam's safety and how it could affect its own dams and water infrastructure. For Ethiopia, GERD is not just about energy, it's about sovereignty and development. The dam is expected to double the country's electricity capacity, helping to power industries, improve education, and foster economic growth. Ethiopia has consistently argued that the dam will not harm downstream countries, but rather, it will bring regional benefits, including the possibility of energy exports to Egypt and Sudan. Ethiopia also insists that the project is in line with the country's right to harness its natural resources for development. The negotiations between the three countries have been ongoing for years, with the African Union and international mediators stepping in to help. But despite these efforts, the diplomatic tensions have only intensified, especially as the dam nears completion. The most contentious issue remains how quickly the dam should fill its reservoir, which could affect the flow of water during the critical filling phase. This issue is compounded by the fact that the dam is located in a region with a history of water scarcity and political instability. The Nile River, shared by 11 countries, is a vital water source for over 400 million people. For Egypt and Sudan, any reduction in the flow of water could be catastrophic, impacting their agriculture, industry, and daily life. For Ethiopia, however, the dam represents a beacon of progress and opportunity, promising to lift millions out of poverty. As construction nears its final stages, Ethiopia has already begun filling the reservoir, leading to protests from Egypt and Sudan. In response, Egypt has called for international intervention, while Ethiopia has pushed back, insisting that the project is vital for its national development. The situation has reached a delicate impasse with no clear resolution in sight. But despite these challenges, Ethiopia is moving forward with the project, hoping that the eventual benefits will outweigh the tensions. The $70 billion price tag for the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam may seem astronomical, but the long-term benefits could be transformative. Ethiopia stands to gain far more than just electricity. The dam could serve as a catalyst for broader economic development, creating new jobs, boosting industrialization, and attracting foreign investment. The project could also position Ethiopia as an energy hub in East Africa, with the potential to export electricity to neighboring countries, such as Kenya, Djibouti, and even the Middle East. The impact on Africa as a whole could be profound. By providing affordable and reliable energy, the dam could help break the cycle of poverty that plagues many African nations. Access to electricity is a fundamental requirement for economic development, and the dam could provide the spark needed to ignite industrialization, improve healthcare, and enhance education across the continent. But GEARD is not just about Ethiopia. It has the potential to reshape the entire energy landscape of Africa. The African continent is home to some of the world's fastest growing economies, but access to electricity remains a major obstacle to development. According to the International Energy Agency, IEA, nearly 600 million people in Africa still lack access to electricity. Hydropower projects such as GERD offer a potential solution to this crisis by harnessing Africa's abundant water resources. There are already other large-scale hydropower projects underway across the continent, each with the potential to transform energy access. In Kenya, for example, the Gibe 3 dam is already generating over 1,800 megawatts of electricity, providing power to millions of people. The Inga Dam in the Democratic Republic of Congo, if completed, could generate over 40,000 megawatts of electricity, enough to power much of sub-Saharan Africa. But while hydropower offers great promise, it also comes with challenges. Large-scale dams, especially those located in politically sensitive regions, can be controversial. They can lead to displacement, environmental degradation, and conflicts over water rights. For GERD, these challenges have been particularly pronounced due to the complex web of political, environmental, and economic interests at play. Despite these challenges, GERD remains one of the most important and ambitious hydropower projects in Africa's history. It has the potential to provide affordable electricity to millions of people, stimulate economic growth, and position Ethiopia as a regional power. But it also highlights the delicate balance between development and diplomacy, as countries with shared resources must navigate complex and sometimes contentious relationships. The future of GERD remains uncertain. As Ethiopia continues with the project, Egypt and Sudan are likely to remain vocal in their opposition, and it remains to be seen whether a lasting diplomatic solution can be found. But one thing is certain. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is a symbol of Africa's growing ambition and the continent's potential to reshape its future. As the dam nears completion and the world watches closely, it's clear that this $70 billion mega project will have far-reaching consequences, not just for Ethiopia, but for the entire continent of Africa. Whether it will fulfill its promise to power half of Africa and bring about a new era of energy and development remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is a project that could change Africa's energy future forever. In the coming years, as the dam begins to generate electricity, its impact on the African energy market will be felt far and wide. Countries like Kenya, Uganda, and even Egypt could benefit from the electricity generated, and Ethiopia could become a major player in regional energy markets. This would represent a huge leap forward for Africa, where energy access has long been a major barrier to development. In conclusion, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is more than just a hydropower project. It's a symbol of Africa's potential to harness its natural resources for the benefit of its people. With a price tag of $70 billion, it's one of the most ambitious and expensive energy projects in history. But if it succeeds, it could be the key to unlocking Africa's future and providing the continent with the energy it needs to power its development for generations to come. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this groundbreaking project.